Hello everyone, welcome back to NoTech. In this video, we can see how to handle the buttons using Selenium and C#. Let's get started. In this example, we are going to write the script for this web page. So here we are going to click on this button and we need to identify the height and width of this button. Let's see how we can write the script. Open Visual Studio and first launch the web browser. So for that, write the script as WebDriver driver equal to new Firefox driver. So since we are going to launch the Firefox browser, then open the web page driver.navigate.go to URL. So here we need to paste the URL. This is our web page. Copy this URL and paste here. Now we need to identify that button element. First we are going to click on this element. So right click from this button, go to inspect. So this is the button element. So here we have ID and name. So let's identify this element by this ID. Copy this ID value, go back to your web page, and here we can identify the element by driver.findElement by .id. Open the bracket, inside double quotes, paste the ID value. Then put a semicolon here. So we can store this web element in a web element variable. So the syntax for that is iWebElement. Here we need to give a variable name. We can give the variable name as button click. We can also directly write the script without this variable. So in case if the web page has multiple number of elements, then it will be difficult to identify. So from this video we are following this pattern. Then to click that button, this variable dot click. Now let's run the script. .NET run. Now the button is clicked from the script. Now let's write the script for next scenario. The next one is we need to find the height and width of this button. So first let's identify the element. Driver.findElement by dot. So right click from this button, go to inspect, and this is the element, and here also we have ID by dot ID value, and put a semicolon here. Then the same like before, we need to store this in a web element. iWebElement, here button size. So this is the variable name. Store this web element in this variable. Now we need to identify the button width. So for that, call this variable. So in C# we have a function called size to identify the button width and height. So button size dot width. So this will return the width of that button, but we need to store this in a variable. So let's see. So this width is a integer variable. So we need to store in integer button width equal to button size dot width. Then we need to print this button width. Console dot write line of button width. We can also give a label to avoid the confusion. Button width colon. Here we need to add a plus. The same like we can identify the button height also. So we no need to identify the element again. We can just write the function to identify the height. So button size dot height. So this will return the height of that button. Again, we need to store this in a variable. So here also the data type is integer button height equal to button size dot height. We can print the height value now. Console dot write line of button height colon, copy this variable plus button height. Now we can run the script. It will show an error. So after that we can see how to avoid that error. Here you can see there is an error. So the reason for this error is unable to locate element. So the reason is, so we write the script to click this button and identify the height and width of this button. Both these elements are in the same web page. But first we write this scenario, click the button. Okay. Then this is the current web page, but still we are writing the script for that original page. So it is showing unable to locate the element. So in this case, from here we need to go back to the main page. So for that, write driver dot navigate of dot back. Now how the script will work is, initially this button will be clicked, then it will go back to the main page, then from there it will identify this height and width of this button. Now let's run the script again. Now in the console you can see button width and button height values. Hope you understand this. If you have any clarification, please mention in the comments. Please like this video and subscribe to NoTech. Thank you.